Hi guys, and welcome back to another Talking Nation video. And today we are going to be talking about the Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather. And yeah, so let's just get straight into it. The difference between these two fighters is actually insane. Logan Paul looks fucking ginormous compared to Floyd Mayweather. It's like Goliath versus David versus Goliath, you know that thing. Oh my god. Well, first of all, who expected Logan Paul can only throw a jab? That's all he done basically the whole fight. No surprise there. Because he ain't a real boxer, is he? And let's be honest, he's not a real boxer at all. And Floyd Mayweather was just doing his thing, really. He is in there defending, scoring a lot of shots, and he was proving himself to be who he is, really. But at the end of the day, oh my god, this whole, in my opinion, this whole YouTuber boxing thing, when it gets to the level of Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul, it's making the boxing as a sport look like a fucking circus. I mean, Logan Paul, I think he'd be heavyweight, and going against Floyd Mayweather, what in normal boxing, that would obviously never happen, because first of all, it's dangerous. And second of all, the sport doesn't work like that. Obviously, it's all for money. Because Floyd Mayweather said he's never going to come back to the sport, which is fair enough. The man is 44 years of age. But yeah, I reckon it shouldn't have happened. Anyway, moving into the fight, it was more funny than anything other than that. Because round one, Logan Paul, oh my god, it was the funniest thing I think I've ever seen happen in the sport of boxing. He was throwing his hands left, right and centre, just trying to get a lucky shot. Oh my god, he was running through from the ring on round one. Bro, he was like a fucking windmill going round and round with his arms. He couldn't do anything, and it was so funny. I was sitting there wheezing. He literally didn't, I don't think he connected fully with one single punch, and he's chucked about 150,000 million punches. That wasn't even a number, that's how madness is. Funny, that was round one. And throughout the rounds, there was more Mayweather just picking off Logan Paul. At the end of like round 8, Logan Paul was sticking his hand up when he only landed about 10% of all shots thrown. He's an absolute fucking menace, and he shouldn't be in the sport whatsoever. But overall, Floyd Mayweather done what he wanted to do. He got in there, he showed his skills, and he looked really good, especially considering he's 44 years of age and the man was 50-0. And another thing that I've got to point out is that this is an exhibition fight. Like, it's just so that no record gets counted. So really no one wins or loses at the end of the day. So I don't understand why people can't see that. Like, this is obviously all for money. I guess people know it, but the people that say, oh, it's all for money, are still the ones buying it. Like, we should not be funding these stupid fights, because it's really making the sport look terrible. And furthermore, they look like this, one thing that happened, I think Floyd Mayweather landed a beautiful right hand, I think it was, right onto Logan Paul's chin, and Logan just looked like he's knocked out, like he's gonna fall over. But then you see like Floyd Mayweather holding him like this, like holding him up. Oh my god, I don't know if that actually happened, but it looked like it. So again, as all these YouTuber fights, was it fake, was it not? No one knows, no one's ever going to know. But at the end of the day, I guess it is what it is, and if you get entertainment out of it, fair enough. But in my perspective, we should not be funding this stupid clown of a man. I feel like before, when it's YouTubers versus YouTubers, like the KSI and Logan, that is like fair enough. That's going to introduce more popularity to the sport, and as well as it is entertainment, because it's two people of the exact same level, they're quite close weight, like boxing is, fighting each other. Well, there you go, fair enough. But when you got an absolute Hall of Fame legend boxer against a guy that's 0-1, who has not done anything other than one boxing match against another fellow YouTuber fighting, that really right there, nothing screams taking a piss more than that, if we're being honest. Speak about mugs, go at mugs official. Cheers. As I was saying, well, overall the fight was alright. It wasn't too bad, bit boring. I didn't pay for it because I'm not a twat, and of course it was a draw. I'm sure they didn't have any like official judges, did they? It was only like they could like knock him out. How fucking stupid is that? You don't have any judges in a boxing match. Again, it is some clown behaviour. It's a circus, man. And of course, for some reason, Logan Paul, he got so emotional. He was like, I don't know what he said word for word, but he was over the moon with himself. I'm just like, I reckon that one was over the moon. Probably because he knows he got a fucking few mil in his bank just for acting like a complete fart, swinging his arms everywhere. It's an absolute piss take. At the end of the day, it is what it is. And the man, Logan Paul, said he definitely would try UFC. So this man is £190 heavyweight. You do not want to be fucking with the UFC heavyweights, mate. Francis Ngannou would lamp you and you would be in the grave because that guy is a fucking unit. Obviously, if he did go into UFC, I hope he takes it a lot more professionally rather than just jumping in a ring with some old geezer that was once a legend and still is, but just earn money. Like, if he actually went into UFC and done UFC, went up the rankings, fair enough to the guy. I mean, he comes from a wrestling background, we all know that. But at the end of the day, it's just confusing. And it's all for money, really. That's what I reckon. I don't know if the fight was faked as such, but I don't believe that Floyd Mayweather went as hard as he could have at all. I reckon he could have knocked him out clean, honestly, because Logan Paul, yeah, he has a good stance, he has a bit of head movement. However, he's solid as fuck. Like, he's not flirted with his movement. And all he does every time is just chuck his fucking jab. And at the end of the day, that's it. That's all he's been doing. Yes. Fair enough to the lads. I mean, they've done what they said they wanted to do. Floyd Mayweather's over the moon. He said he's not coming back to the sport. Don't blame him. 44-year-old man. Probably don't want to be carrying on more than that. And let's be honest, I don't think anyone would really at that age. But yeah, that's all what I've really got to say, to be honest. Another sip of tea, why not? So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you did like, please give it a like, yes, and subscribe, because that'll be really awesome. And thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.